The nightlife scene in Wichita has grown immensely over the past several years. You're finding a lot more events and venues trying to carve out certain niches and do something a little bit different.
Downtown is really becoming a really cool mecca for great stuff.
You've got the outside venue at Brickyard, which is great to take in on a summer night. You've got, swankier, more upscale venues like Wine Bar, which is a little bit of a higher class, more wine spot. Barleycorns is recently reopened, and they're one of my favorite spots to go.
You have bands like Moreland and Arbuckle, who are internationally touring blues bands. They are putting Wichita on a map in the same trajectory, but not in the same way as a Carrie Nation, the Speakeasy, or Jenny Wood.
As a dad in Wichita, taking my kids to expose them to as much as possible is kind of the #1 thing for me. I've been able to take them to all ages shows at the Crown Uptown Theater. Often I take my daughter up to our coffee house.
Yeah, Wichita has a lot of homegrown champions, especially, we're at the Orpheum Theater. I mean, this is a beautiful theater that people are striving to keep it alive.
I think it was probably the first year at Down to the Wire is when I started seeing all these other people and meeting them saying, oh my God, there's so many filmmakers in this town. It's been behind the art scene. I think it's something just in the last 5 or so years I've seen kind of the filmmaking community kind of explode.
I think so far my seminal film, I guess if you will, would be The Dead Can't Dance.
What? It's really scary.
It's a zombie comedy, native-themed zombie comedy. It's sort of become, on the native circuit, it's sort of become a kind of a cult classic.
The one thing we discovered very quickly is that if you're an artist in Wichita and people know who you are, know about your exhibitions, Wichita will come and support it. There's such a big group of people that are in love with the arts in this town. I've just found it's a very loving, supportive community, not only with the people who come to see the exhibitions, but the other artists. The artists in this town really support each other.
If you want to have a good community, you have to make a good community, and you have to contribute something to it, and you have to give something to it. And Wichita has been very accepting.
Final Friday is an art crawl that goes on across the entire city once a month, the last Friday of every single month. Lots of different galleries, museums, restaurants, cafes take place. They'll either have art exhibitions, which is the main thing, or lots of music too.
I love it when we have a business that creates, it fills a need that we really have, and we have those here, and it's nice to see them happen.
I think that Wichita is definitely growing as far as craft, market. They're concentrating on good quality ingredients to make good quality food, locally sourced if possible.
A lot of downtown places use local. They really take advantage and stand behind the local producer.
The coffee market is kind of exploding. We have a number of good cafes here. We have great music. We have great food, entertainment.
It's somewhere that I think that you can have a business and raise a family, a healthy, happy family.
Living here is my favorite part, that my mom lives with me, my grandpa, and everybody that's my family. It's my neighborhood. I like it.
Everything that is great that happens in Wichita happens on Douglas. So within a mile or so of Douglas Street, you're on it.
The donut hole, public at the Brickyard, the Anchor, they're places that have really pushed for local food, and they're ready for local beer too.
I've seen a lot of Latinas and Latinos growing in Wichita, and it's nice to see. It makes you know that you can do it too.
It's a big city, but it still has kind of that small town appeal, People are really friendly. There's a good number of things going on any day of the week.
This town is just, I think, on the precipice of really doing some amazing things, and it's exciting to be a part of.
I think we're all fighters. We're all trying to make a dream happen, make a better place for us to live.
Wichita is its own driving force. We were known as the air capital, but in the midst of the air capital, this whole other culture that's existed around it is getting more pronounced. And we're just trying to push those limits.
There have been some pretty amazing people that have accidentally migrated here. They came here for a short visit and then found out what they could do with their time here. Until you've spent enough time in Wichita, you got to spend a stint to really see the magic that exists here. You can't just get it in a couple days.